They have literally cats in the school that use litter boxes.
Would you like to see the pride flag up in schools?
No, I would not.
Litter boxes in school?
For kids to use, yes.
Your grandson actually has seen this?
I've seen it.
It's been a minute since we've covered the good liars on the campaign trail. We were watching them regularly, but here recently they went to a rally in support of Trump's 100 days, the dramatic failure that it's been, and I think it'll be insightful to see MAGA's mind state after witnessing that firsthand, what they voted for play out. So if you can first take a moment, leave us a like. It helps us out a ton, helps the channel and the video grow, and we'll otherwise be back with the much needed context.
Would you like to see Trump get rid of DEI in colleges?
Yes.
Would you like to see Trump have more pro-Trump professors in college?
Yeah, possible. I wouldn't be opposed to that.
Yeah.
Even playing field.
Yeah. Make it a little more diverse.
Yes.
Yeah. And include more of the Trump professors there.
Well, yeah, why not? Because that's so overrun with all the others, so very progressive.
Would that be more equitable?
Well,
yeah, DEI has largely become, well, a tool of racism and a buzzword for hate from conservatives because they call for the principles of diversity, equity, and inclusion all the time when it's things, concepts, or people they agree with or like, right? Wanting more conservative voices at universities, even ones in liberally dominated areas in terms of like population of the state. Or what about the fact that they don't even want more qualified immigrants taking jobs over less qualified Americans? That's just DEI for Americans. The Electoral College is literally DEI for the smaller, more population-dense conservative states that absolutely wouldn't be having the same inclusion without it. They have no problems with any of these, largely because they help conservative sentiments. They'll even justify it, say conservatives are discriminated against. You hear Scott Jennings say this all the time on CNN, but the second is for black people, that's when it's too far. You can't have those white people feeling disadvantaged.
Would you like to see prayer back in schools here?
Absolutely. I did it when I was little, and I feel like we are so far away from how things were when we were raised, and it's just bad. It's bad.
And would you like to see the pride flag up in schools?
No, I would not.
No one's ever done more for this country, hands down. I mean, does this guy sleep? That's what I think a lot of people want to know. It's unbelievable. And I'm a Canadian for Trump, too.
Oh, you're a Canadian?
Yeah, but I've been in the States for about 20 years.
Would you like to see Donald Trump take over Canada, make a state?
You know, I think there are millions of Canadians that would take that.
These clips were just back-to-back bangers, so I had to cover them both. But first, I want to say conservatives love to cry indoctrination, but then want things like one nation under God to be forced to be said by children in school. They want the Bible to be taught in school as like history, want prayer to be said in school regularly, something that is in no way natural. Religion is in no way natural. But then they're like, we absolutely can't recognize that gay people exist around children. You know, something that is actually natural. And on the second guy, I don't know what Canadian in their right mind would want to give up universal health care, a minimum wage that is almost twice as high, actual gun safety legislation, not having an adjudicated rapist, 34-count felon as their leader for, you know, the opposite of those things. If anything, at this point, I think there's plenty of Americans who wish their state would become a Canadian province.
What's a problem with the education in the United States of America right now?
I have a 15-year-old grandson that they have literally cats in the school that use litter boxes. They do like
litter boxes in school
for kids to use. Yes.
Your grandson actually has seen this?
I've seen it.
You've seen it?
I've seen it.
Oh, really? So what happened?
That's what they use for the bathroom. They have them in the bathroom, and that's what they use in the bathrooms.
So this happened at your school?
My grandson's.
Okay.
Yep.
And he said that this was happening?
Yes. He's the one that brought it to our attention, and we went and seen it for ourselves.
Oh, wow. And what school is that?
That I don't want to say.
Oh, okay. No, I just would want to look into it. Maybe you could tell me off camera.
I can do that.
Okay. And yeah, because I'd seen several reports about that, and they said that there was kitty litter in the schools in case children, there was like a mass shooting or something and they need to go to the bathroom, something if somebody had an accident.
This is something that is really hard for me to reconcile with just day in and day out, in that such a sizable portion of the population will just buy into and believe such obviously untrue things. There is such an attack on critical thought and people who are dismissing critical thinking as if it's not important, as long as these things, of course, just fall in their bubble of confirmation bias. And then simultaneously, the fact that one of the two major political parties in this country are weaponizing that to remain relevant because they've lost on all legislative fronts. Because like some of these are things that how could anyone in their right mind believe? Like, do you really think that schools are letting kids identify as animals and letting them go and pee in litter boxes? Seriously? That's something you think is how you think the government is spending thousands to make mice transgender? It's like that passes the sniff test for you? Or, oh, China engineered COVID in a lab to weaponize it against Trump or America or whatever. Democrats stole an election when they weren't in power, but then didn't steal it when they were in power. Like, at some point, those who want to be taken serious in discourse should be forced to first come to terms with reality and give up the cult mentality, because we need to stop enabling this and normalizing it.